Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This is a preview episode for episode 237, Menace II Society. I say that in an exhausted way because this movie is a horror movie to me. And I'm excited to do it. It's a classic, but this movie is very unsettling. So that I will give the log line for. Everybody should know Menace II Society, 1993 film. Log line is a young street hustler attempts to escape the rigors and temptations of the ghetto in a quest for a better life. A white person definitely wrote that. Like, they're using the word street hustler, rigors and temptations of the ghetto is ridiculous. Just directed by the Hughes brothers, starring
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't really fucking around in this movie at all. Starring Tyre Turner and Lorenz Tate. Yeah, what else can I say about this movie? If you've never seen it, that's crazy. You should. We will have a hell of a conversation surrounding Menace II Society next week. If you are looking to watch it again, which you should, the movie is available on HBO Max and other places that you can rent it, but it's available on HBO Max if you have that. All right, so a quick note about not this preview episode, but the next preview episode. So in 2 weeks, give people a heads up. We are going to discuss The Best Man, the final chapter. We'll do that in 2 weeks at the next preview episode after our next full episode on Menace II Society. Giving people a heads up, you can watch it on Peacock. It's 8 episodes, so give you a chance to watch it. But we're just going to stick that to a preview episode, okay? So the topic this week is, I guess we would be remiss if we didn't talk about it, the murder of Tyre Nichols by 5 black police officers. Look, I don't know what to say besides this is a horrible tragedy. I think people are confused as to why black people are saying this is more white supremacy because these cops are black. And I'll just use the analogy that I saw online because I think it's the best example. If my black ass makes a taco, it doesn't stop being Mexican food. So, and it's the easiest explanation, right? Like the system in which these cops work in is a white supremacy institution. So that is why people are saying that. That's why black people are saying that. And frankly, black people are not surprised. Only white people are surprised. Only white people are surprised. But I'll kick it to you two guys. What were your thoughts?
What were my thoughts?
Or anything.
Well, I think I'm the only one that's actually seen it. Well, when I first heard it, and when I first heard what happened, and then they showed 5 black cops, I'm like, of course, they would be black because they got fired immediatthen. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard those names. I'm like, wait a minute.
Like that doesn't sound very Caucasian at all. But then I saw them like, oh, so the black cops get reprimanded very quickly, as opposed to all of the white cops that beat the shit out of us, shoot us in the back, have no regard for our lives. But they got arrested. I'm like, wow, okay, well, justice, yay. And then I saw what they actually did. Because I heard what they did. Like, there's a difference between hearing what they did and actually seeing what them niggas did. It's terrible. Like, it's fucked up. They should go to prison. Fuck that, for life. Like, I mean, they're going to go to jail for life, but like, they should spend the rest of their lives in prison for what they fucking did. Because there was a bunch of gang members that just beat this man to death for no reason. They didn't even have a reason why they said that he was, it was reckless driving.
Yeah.
But the police chief was like, yeah, we checked footage in the area around the time that they stopped him. We didn't find anything. They didn't find anything. There's like no evidence of anything that he did wrong. The whole situation is super fucked up. Like they pulled him out as soon as they got to the car. Like they pulled him out. They were screaming at him. They're like, "Yo, get on the ground, or I'm gonna blow your head off." I'm like, that's the first thing the nigga said to the guy. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, "Yo, what's happening? Why did y'all even pull me over? I don't know what's going on." They like, put your hands behind your back, put your hands on the ground, give me your hands. They're fucking playing Simon Says with this nigga's life, and it's fucked up. Yeah, I hate cops, yo. I hate all them niggas. I don't like cops. Like I really like that institution is broken. Much like a lot of institutions in this country, policing in this country is just, I don't know if it's broken or if it works the way it's supposed to, but it seems like it's a little bit worse now, even when they're being filmed. That's the part that I think makes it worse, because they know they're being filmed, they have body cameras, and they still do the shit because they don't give a fuck. They know they're gonna get away with whatever the fuck they do. They have immunity. Like if a cop kills someone, they can't be like, you can't sue them. You can't sue the cop. You have to sue the city, the state, or the government, or whatever, whoever you sue, because they have immunity. That's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, fucking cops. Like I don't like when I look at people's side. Like there are people that I know that have become cops, and I'm like,
black people.
Niggas, yes. Black folks.
Oh, well, guess what? Let this be a lesson to them. Because guess who didn't come out to support these 5 niggas? The police union.
Yeah.
Right.
That should be incredibly telling.
Terrible. They were like, what they did to that man was awful. Like,
they have no problem in selling your ass down the river. Because look, at the end of the day, that idea of like, there's one race, it's blue, until you get in trouble. They don't give a fuck about you. It's one race. It's blue, as long as you this color. Like, right. Exactly. As soon as you a different color, like that's barbaric. That's barbaric. Like it was like this was beyond the pale. Like,
look, I didn't look at the video. I caught a glimpse of a screenshot. You know, when you're googling Tyre Nichols' name, you know, Google pops up with like video thumbnails and stuff. And it was 5 dudes. It was the 5 dudes standing over top of them. Like I was just like, yo, I can't watch that. I can't watch that. I'm a black guy. I'm raising 2 black men, young black men. I can't watch it. This was horrific. This is and there's so many mixed emotions, right? Like the first emotion I have is empathy for his family. I can't imagine what they must be going through. The next one I have is just nothing but rage, because this is it, like you said, it was uncalled for. Disgust, because these are our people doing this to our people, and it just isn't. I mean, goddamn, yo, like that was the one thing that we had. You know what I mean? It's just like you walk past another black man. Y'all don't know each other from Adam, but you give each other a head nod, right? Because you understand how hard it is to be black walking around this country. And yeah, man, I just and then but I also feel like, you know, okay, precedent has been set now. I wonder when the next time some fucking yellow-bellied fucking pig comes along and is and beats the shit out of a black person and they're white. Precedent has been set. So I expect this amount of swift accountability to happen to them. And I don't think it will.
No, it will not.
And like I said before, I also felt like, guess what? Like, we all blue. No, you're not, yo. The cops left you out hanging out to dry. Police commissioner, she left you hanging out to dry. Like, nah, yo. Like, we're not gonna protect you because this is fucking ridiculous. And some of them are doing it because it's like, yeah, this is uncalled for. But some of them are doing it because this is the perfect opportunity for them to. They have 5 scapegoats.
Yeah.
And they can look like, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just conspiracy theory, Micah, right? But I feel like they got 5 perfect scapegoats. And it just isn't.
Yeah, they got 5 young black men because they're all under 30 years old. You can tell by you could tell by the way they were talking after they basically beat shit out of the dude. Like they were like, "Yo, first of all,
hit him with haymakers." What the fuck?
Yeah, they after they beat him, kicked him in, like took running starts to kick him in his face. They stood him up, and the dude, one of them stood him up, and they just let him punch him in his face until he went back down. And I'm like, and then they start talking about how I caught him with some good ones, bro. I caught him with some good ones, bro. He was grabbing for my gun and all this, that, bro. I'm like, yo, these niggas are just a bunch of gang members, man. That's what they were. And the cardinal sin that he committed was outside of nothing. When they initially fucking stopped him, is he made them run after him. That's what happened. He made them run, and they got mad, and they did that to him. That's it. He didn't comply to their ridiculous orders, and that's the worst thing you can do when you're around a cop. Not comply, and then they'll scream, "Give me your hands!" Oh, he grabbed for my gun, because that's what people hear when they see the video, and they're like, "Oh, wait." So he was grabbing for the gun. Like, no, niggas are not grabbing for cops' guns. That's not how it works. But that's what you hear. So it makes you look like the bad guy. And I honestly think they taught that shit. So it makes you look better if you decide to just fuck somebody up. It's
absolutely.
It's disgusting. You know? Like I've seen enough of these videos to know that's what the fuck they do. Like they just say there are certain phrases that they use.
I fear for my life.
The shit they do. Right. You're a cop, nigga. You have all the weapons in the world.
Right.
And you pulled somebody over for nothing.
You got blunt damage, you got electric damage, and you got piercing damage, nigga. What the fuck? I got my fists and pissed pants because I see some heavily armed thug come in and trying to yoke me up for some, man. I'm so fucking disappointed, man. I'm so fucking disappointed. And I guess I shouldn't be.
Disappointed?
Because I don't know if that.
You've never had a bad interaction with the cops, right?
No, I haven't. I'm very lucky. I haven't.
Yeah.
But I don't go nowhere either. Yeah. So that's probably, I'm a loser. So that's part of it. But no, man, I just can't. When I say disappointed, I'm just not in the cop, right? Like, I get it. Like, they're cops. Like, there's a reason why grown-ass men decide to be cops. And it's not because they want to help the community. If those days ever existed, they're long gone. It's right. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm disappointed because, like, black people call each other brother, yo. Like, they call each other brother, and I thought that meant something, but it just fucking doesn't. And I'm just ashamed of us.
So
I don't know.
To that point, they called each other brother because that's the only people they cared about. They didn't extend that to him, right? Look, I mean, I guess for me, I was just kind of sitting here quietly as you guys were talking because you're saying all the things that I agree with. But I would say that there is an aspect that drives me a little nuts about all of this, besides the obvious things, which is the system is not even designed like the system is designed for cops to defend territory and property, not to defend people, right? Especially people of color. In this case, black people very specifically. We are literally just a bug to squash, so to speak, in their eyes. But I do find it telling, like you said, that the police were not there for them the second they fuck up. And to me, it just goes to show you how deep-seated racism is that there's racism on both sides of this issue. There's racism in these black cops thinking it is acceptable to beat and kill a black man in the name of the law, right? Quote unquote. Then they are subject to their own level of racism by being tossed to the fucking wolves. That is the actual law that white officers never would be. I mean, never forget that we are still alive in a time, like we were alive when Rodney King on film was beaten by 4 white cops and they walked. Like people, oh, this police violence is crazy. There's the cameras. Nigga, we burned half of LA down over that shit. That was in the 90s, right? That happened and we saw it on video and white people were like, well, maybe, I mean, he was drunk. Like they justified that shit. You don't hear anybody justifying this shit. So there is like I have this weird sort of feeling of this is fucked up and this is horrendous for Tyre Nichols for the obvious reasons, right? That he is dead. His family has lost him. Another black man has been killed because of this system that is broken, deeply, deeply fucking broken. Or like Taryn said, maybe it's working exactly how it's designed. Depends on your perspective, right? I think both of those things are true. But then I'm also kind of pissed for the black cops. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're not even extended the same shitty behavior that white cops are extended. And they're supposed to be...
Y'all supposed to have our backs.
Yeah, like, they're supposed to be, it's all blue or whatever. They don't even extend it to that. But then again, I'm not that surprised, ultimately, because I watched what happened to... the guy's name escapes me, and I apologize because there's been so many... But the black dude who was killed by the cop who was carrying a gun, and he said he was carrying a gun.
Philando Castillo.
Yeah, Philando Castillo, right? The NRA ran to help white people who the cops pull over or, mistakenly shoot or something like that. Oh, we need as many guns and everybody needs to have guns. We need to have 30 guns, more guns, more guns, more guns. Here's this guy, Philando Castillo, carrying, concealed carry, had a permit, told the cop he was killed. The NRA said nothing. They said nothing. So this idea, and I know it's going to piss some people off who are listening. Welcome to the fucking show. This idea that guns are going to save us and that guns are going to make it even the playing field, those laws aren't made for you. They're not made for you. Even being a cop ain't made for you. It's not even. The idea of balance is bullshit. Stop believing that it's going to change because you're a cop, because you have a license to carry, or any of that shit. They will shoot your ass in the street and throw you to the wolves no matter what. Whatever side you're on. Doesn't matter.
The Black Panthers tried that shit in the 60s. And guess what the fuck happened in California?
Yep. Change the law.
They were like, we gotta work on these gun laws.
Like, nope, fuck them niggas.
Right.
And they were just trying to protect themselves. They weren't just pulling out guns, just shooting people randomly. They did it for protection. And they were like, nah, these niggas got guns. Nope.
Right. And then here come white people projecting all the fucking shit that they want to do. And they're like, oh, well, they're going to do it to us. So, nah. All right.
And that's my thing. This idea of balance is a lie. It's a lie. And we have to stop. If we have enough guns, then maybe we... Nah, yo. Those laws are not built for you, yo. They're not built for you. Look, you want to own a gun, own a gun. I don't give a shit. But don't be under some premise that the shit is going to be even. It's not going to be even. It never will be. This country was not, for its laws, was not designed for us. It was literally designed in spite of us. Right? It is designed to hurt us. The system is fundamentally broken. It is. It's fundamentally broken. This idea that these 5 black officers thought that it was okay to do this is insanity to me. And it saddens me that we lost this young black man over some bullshit. It saddens me that these 5 black dudes thought that was okay. Thought it was totally okay in the moment. We're like, yeah, rock and roll. This is cool. It bothers me that the white officer who filmed the shit, it took them a number of days to pick his ass up.
Well, he was there. He was there in the beginning. He wasn't there when they actually caught him. He was there when they initially pulled him out the car. But his fat ass couldn't keep up. So, but they caught up to him later. He wasn't there. That's why it took so long for them. But I'm like, but he still initially was like, I hope they beat his ass or some shit like that. Once they found, like, before they chased him when he was like right down the street from his own fucking house.
Right.
That's the other thing. Like, he was like 80 yards from his fucking house and they did that shit to him. They didn't know, but
yeah.
And the other thing that I find funny is like they killed him, and you notice there's not a bad thing. There hasn't been a bad thing said about this kid.
Nope. No pictures of him in a Halloween
looking like a
costume,
fucking thug,
looking like a thug or nothing. Nah, none of that.
He didn't have any drugs on him.
No, they were looking. They were looking.
Right, and I'm like, we would have known the next day.
He was
like a fucking model citizen.
Right.
And that's the other reason. Like, oh shit, we don't have anything. Every picture of him, he looks like he's fucking happy. Like, they would find pictures of me looking like a fucking thug before they found pictures of him. And I'm like, I don't have a record.
No, my new passport picture would be, oof, I'd be in trouble.
Right. But yeah, that was the other thing that I found very, very peculiar. I'm like, oh, they didn't find anything on this kid. Well, he's not a kid, but like, he was not 30. He wasn't 30 yet.
No, he's 29, I think.
29 years old.
Jesus, yo.
It's like, this shit infuriated me when I fucking saw that shit. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you niggas, yo? You
want to get even more mad, Jay?
Sure.
Here's another just disgusting human being named Jason Whitlock.
Oh yeah, all right. Let's roll the tape.
You haven't heard this.
I have
this
not.
Complete and utter nonsense, because we wanted to get your reaction live to tape.
Here we go.
Jason Whitlock on Tucker Carlson.
You can see that. You
first
can
of
see
all,
the video fine.
First of all, he's on Tucker Carlson, so you already.
Get ready.
All right, you guys can see the video. You can see it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Everybody. It was a group of young black men, 5-on-1. Looked like gang violence to me. It looked like what young black men do when they're supervised by a single black woman. And that's what they got going on in the Memphis Police Department.
That's what he said.
This dude said that because the Memphis Police Department is run by a woman, a black woman, and single black women raise hoodlums, I guess. What? I don't get that.
That's one of the most repugnant things I've ever heard. Yo, are you so hard up for fucking white people's attention, you small dickless piece of shit? Are you, yo? Are you? You fucking lord ass. You're that hard up for fucking people's attention? White people's attention? Who made fun of you, yo? Did they make fun of your haircut in fucking middle school? You just can't deal with black people anymore? They clowned you because you was wearing the wrong fucking tennis shoes or some shit, and this just scarred you for life? Grow up, yo. Grow up.
Yeah, he's
Fuck, I hate that guy, yo. I fucking hate that guy, yo. I hate him, yo.
The fact that, like, now is not the time or place for any of this shit. But, like, even if it...
Punch your friends when they're young, yo. Just punch your friends in the face, yo. Everybody needs to get punched.
Yeah, yo. Everybody needs to get into a real fight. A real fight. Not like, oh, here's your brother and y'all getting mad or whatever and y'all tussle around, but you don't really want to hurt each other. No, yo, you need to get into a real fight with somebody.
You need to you got to get your wig split once. You do, yo. You do. Look, it teaches you to not be a habitual line stepper, yo. It does. You be like, oh shit, I better not say that. Somebody might whoop my ass when I get off TV. Yeah, they might. You need to know what that's like. No, yo, I hate this.
I couldn't. And he was on Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, the guy who said regarding this situation, regarding the Tyre Nichols situation, the guy who said, well, what about Ashley Babbitt? Bitch, we're not talking about Ashley fucking Babbitt.
She was a fucking insurrectionist. She was an insurrectionist.
The chick that got shot in the chest because she fucking broke.
Yeah.
Because she broke because she committed treason. Yes, that person.
What about her? She's dead.
Yeah. She deserved to get shot. It was awesome to watch. Fuck her. Good. If I could roll the tape back every day and watch Ashley Babbitt get shot, I'd be like, don't go through that door. You know what? Go ahead. I'd do it. Good. She's a fucking treasonous asshole. No, they told her, don't come in here or we're going to shoot you. And she was like, I'm wearing a Trump cape. No, they're not. And they were like, you thought? And they fucking shot her ass. Get the fuck out of here. What about Ashley Babbitt? What about her? She's fucking worm food and she deserved it. Fuck off.
Wait, what was it? What was his?
I don't know. I didn't click the link.
She's a white person.
I'm not fucking up my Google algorithm by clicking on that link. No, I just saw the link said Tucker Carlson. Well, what about Ashley Babbitt? I said, nah, that's bait.
No.
What? I can't even imagine what the fuck the correlation would be.
Well, why aren't we concerned about her? She's a white.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about we making a big
people
deal,
that commit treason
about her.
Yeah,
I make a big deal about her all the time. I think she's hilarious. I think it was great that she died. She's a hero. Anyway, who cares? She deserved to get shot. But no, look, the fact that you're going on the white power hour with Tucker Carlson says everything about you as a black man. It does. If you're not there to call him out on his shit and you're there to suck his dick for 30 minutes or whatever, you're a piece of garbage. Jason Whitlock is a piece of garbage. He is. Yeah. He is a piece of garbage. And he's not, the thing about people like Whitlock is exactly what I said. He is starved for white people's attention. He is. And it is
even hear it in his voice. You even hear it in his voice in that clip. Because I've heard him speak on other news clips when he's talking to people that he thinks he's smarter than, and there's more confidence in his posture and in his voice. And when he was on, if you look at that clip, he's sullen, he's looking up, he's stuttering. I think it was, it was gang members, and I think it was because from single black women. It's black women's fault.
He said single black woman she's not. First of all, she's married. This dickhead ass nigga. like what the fuck are you talking about? Like she's married. So is Tyre Nichols' mother. She's also married. Someone said she was a single. I'm like, what are y'all getting your information from? He has a father.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It wouldn't matter if he had 12 mothers and 19 fathers. He was killed because those cops did something wrong. Stop trying to make it about him.
No,
They got nothing to do
Stop
with
trying
it.
to make it about everybody else other than the 6 people involved in this murder.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with his mom or dad. Look, again, I'm a product of a single mother. I don't have a record. I've never been arrested. I am a perfectly fine, nice person. If they pulled me out of my car and killed me like they did him, my mom not being married to my dad, my mom is married, by the way, but my mom not being married to my dad has zero things to do with it. Stop coming up with shit. To me, when you come up with shit like that, it's because you're a racist and you're looking for an excuse that it is okay to kill a black man who did nothing wrong. And it's like, well, he ran from the cops. Is that a murder sentence? Is it? Is it a murder sentence? What does the book say? You run from a cop, they get to kill you? I'm pretty sure the book doesn't say that shit. That's not what the law says. Okay, evading a cop. You might get an extra fine or you might get an extra day in jail. They don't get to murder you. And I hear people talk about the law as if anything upsetting a cop in their precious little fucking, rules means you get to get killed. It's not how that works. And white people saying that, really? Because the shit y'all do when y'all get pulled over by cops is wild. Y'all talk cops like they ain't shit. Are they cool to just shoot you in the head? No? Okay.
I've seen a woman.
White people.
They talk wild shit.
I've seen a woman. She got arrested. Right. This white woman, she gets arrested. They throw her in the back of the cop car. For some reason or another, the cop had his fucking assault rifle in the back. She got loose from her restraints, picked up the assault rifle, and started shooting at them niggas. From the back seat of their car. She's still alive.
That's insane to me.
I'd have lit that fucking car up. Just because the bitch started shooting at me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
First of all, with my own gun. That's crazy. I'd have pulled a gun out of the other nigga's car and just lit that fucking car up and took her ass out. Because they would have been like, nah, it was self-defense.
Yeah, you could have been justified.
She's alive.
Nigga, that's an instant 6-star wanted level, yo. She should be
She should be dead.
She should be dead.
She should be dead.
She's not.
Of course.
I'm like, what the fuck is like? How was she able to get away with that? First of all, I don't know what the fuck that nigga. That absent-minded professor ass nigga. I don't know what the fuck he was. That's a wild move. That's a wild story. Like,
just leave the gun back
why
there.
Did you have your gun in? What? But yeah, she's alive, and that's the privilege that white people have. Like the nigga the kid that killed 9 people in the church. They fed that nigga Burger King.
Yeah,
white people trip me out, yo.
Shooting him right on the spot.
It's like I don't understand, and this is how you know it's racism, because white people don't like cops either. They don't.
No, they don't.
Like, I don't know if you know the origins of NASCAR, but it's from bootlegging, i.e., running from the cops. Yeah. Right, running from the cops, and for some strange reason, like they that's what that shit is. That's what like the Dukes of Hazzard County and shit are. Like white people hate cops, but all of a sudden, like, because racism.
They hate when they fuck with them.
Yeah, that's what they because their attitude often is, why are you fucking with me? There's niggers over there.
Yeah.
Go get them.
Yeah.
They're the ones doing the wrong shit. And you're like, yo, I'm just sitting over here. Like, look, I'm definitely not doing anything wrong. They gotta be doing something wrong. Look, America is full of shit in a lot of ways, God knows. But one of the biggest ways that America is full of shit is it takes these institutions like policing and stuff like that, and it weaponizes those institutions to a horrible degree. And then they get surprised and upset when that blowback comes on them. They create Frankenstein. They are Dr. Frankenstein. They create the monster, and they're like, you're supposed to go into town and kill people, not attack me. And then when it turns around and attacks them, then they're like, how dare you? Well, you had created a monster. And right now, they have created a situation that the monster is mostly directed at us. Yeah, it kills a couple people they like from time to time. But for the most part, it does the job. and like, there is something really gross to me about 5 black men buying into that and becoming the monster for white supremacy.
That's what that's my thing, yo. Like, when I say I don't like, as much as black people have gone through, like this is why they don't want to teach you history, by the way. Like this is what happens when you don't know history.
Banning books.
Right. This is what happens when you don't know history. I don't understand why people will be just a regular ass cop, yo. I just don't. I understand. I do think you need some sort of low level deterrent for criminals. But Jesus Christ, yo, like give them Billy, right? You're not a deterrent, but you need some sort of
keep the peace kind of thing.
No, what I'm saying, they aren't like they are there to be a deterrent, but they're not, because niggas still shooting, like people still commit crimes.
Right? People still commit crimes, right? I get it, but
remember when I asked you guys a couple months ago, it's like, what are the cops good for?
Yeah, we all laughed.
Like, you only like, and they were like, I mean, we need. I said, what are they good for? Because they only show up after the crime has been committed. They never stop the crime.
Very
unless they
rarely.
unless they just happen to be there at the right time.
Well,
They never stop it. Like they're there to clean up the aftermath. Like beat cops, like FBI agents and like detectives, they solve murders. They're fine. But like the niggas that are just driving down the street, pulling you over, giving you tickets for no fucking reason.
Well, the thing
I don't
is,
like them niggas.
well, and
Fuck them.
yeah, same here.
I mean, I agree.
Like,
I
we're
don't.
all in
disagree.
agreement here, buddy. Couldn't agree more. But like the thing is, we have lost the idea of a beat cop, right? We don't have them anymore. Just like the cop walking around the neighborhood, you know that cop knows the people in the neighborhood. That cop might actually live not too far from that neighborhood. We don't have that anymore. Those cops that patrol, they patrol from a car. They don't live in the
Sit in
area.
the corners.
They have no connection to communities. None. Right? There is the idea of community policing, right? Like the actual people in your neighborhood, like, oh, you check on people and stuff like that. But there also used to be a time where people lived. Like Baltimore City, which is, where we're sort of our focus is. Baltimore City, it's like 70% of the cops live in the counties. They don't live in the city. So they have no vested interest in keeping the city from falling apart. They are there to protect property. They're not there to protect people. And that is a fundamentally broken system. You should not even be able to there should be a quota of the amount of people on the Baltimore City Police Force that live in the city. There should be. Hey, it's got to be like 80-20. You cannot work here and live in Baltimore County. Look, they used to give housing discounts. I'm sure they still do. Right? Housing discounts and shit like that to cops to live in the cities. They don't do that anymore.
I think they're trying to get there's an area in Baltimore City that they're just like basically getting like a cop campus type thing where they're building a bunch of apartments where they want cops to live there because it's in the city and one of the nicer areas of the city, but I can't remember how much they get like a starting bonus and shit like that.
No, what? I want a bunch of cops working out together in a fucking college dorm? Fuck that. They're gonna get worse. No, they should have to disperse and live amongst the community like a bunch of regular people. Like, hey,
have sectors like Green Lanterns and shit,
right? But like less douchey. Like less douchey.
I mean, it depends on the people.
Like you live
like
in Edmondson
first of all,
Village. You go over there.
If you live in Edmondson Village and you've seen the chaos that goes on, and you want to become a cop, chances are you probably like legit want to actually help. Like if you want to be a cop just for the money, first of all, it's not a lot starting out. But again,
if you do enough overtime, yes it is.
No, trust me, I've seen as a nigga that I know. I looked up his overtime. That nigga was making like $200,000. So I know exactly how much I know exactly how much them niggas can make doing overtime. It's a lot of money. But yeah, I don't know what mindset you have to want to become a cop. Because I'm not doing it. Like if I were a cop, I would like to think that I would be a good cop.
Nah,
I would like to think. I would like to think so, but like
you would. You're not evil, yo. You're not.
I'm not an evil person, but like I also.
You let mad crime slide, yo. Like yo, you're a terrible cop, yo. Like go ahead. Don't
like, yo.
I mean, look, you might let stuff slide, but I don't necessarily think you would.
No, I don't think you're gonna murder people. The white people watch out.
Like I'm not gonna murder somebody. Like that's crazy. I would have I probably wouldn't even pull anybody over. Unless they were doing some wild shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some off the wall shit. They're like, nah, you gotta relax.
You know what? There's a movie idea. Just the blackest nigga you can find, make him a cop and put him in the whitest neighborhood you can find. Just harassing white people all day. Where you going?
You put me in a white neighborhood?
This is what I'm saying.
Fuck out of here. But no, I couldn't be a cop because like, first of all, like again, cops see like the worst of humanity. When it's really fucked up. They do. It's a tough job. But again, you chose that shit, nigga. I'm not going to fucking commend you for doing a good job that you fucking chose. It's not going to happen.
That's on you.
So, yeah, these niggas, I don't know why they became cops, but
Because you get a gun.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, you
That's
get
a lot. That's a lot of it. Yo.
and then you get a lot of power. You can fucking harass people and not face consequences unless you kill them.
You know, you
Even
can
then.
instantly once you get a hold of your gun. Look, I don't know if you guys have held guns before. I'm sure you have.
I have.
Once you hold a gun, yeah. So you can attest. Once you hold a gun, your balls instantly become bigger. Like it just
and however
it's
big
just-
however big the gun is, your dick has gotten that much longer. Like that is
it's just directly proportional.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's directly proportional. People are like, "Oh, it's cars. Your car looks like a peanut." No, yo, no. Guns
gun.
do that.
No, yo,
And look,
instantly.
I like fucking around with not fucking around, but like I like going to a range. Like guns are cool, but like, nah, yo, people don't need them. They don't need them.
They don't need them, yo.
Cops need a billy club and a treadmill. That's what they need.
Cardio up, nigga. The Stairmaster.
Yeah,
right.
That should be they look before you get a gun. You got to be able to run like a lot. That should be the requirement. Like we will give you this gun, but I'm gonna need to see what that.
You got to run a full. You got to run a full 40 if you're gonna be a beat cop, yo. You got to run a full 40.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
In gear. Y'all niggas get tired. Y'all niggas get tired and way too mad if you have to run for 9 seconds. Like, nah, yo.
I get real mad when I see a fat cop, yo. I get real mad when I see a fat cop.
It's your job to run, yo. Knock it off.
Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Is
not enough. Whatever it
oxymoron.
is, not enough. You're not doing enough of it. Besides eating. Nah, yo, knock it off.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to be a cop if you're. You know what?
Yeah, if you're not in shape, yo, you can't be a cop. Fuck out of here.
You can't, yo. You can't be a cop, yo. You can't.
No, because that's why black people are getting shot. Yo, they just go, "Hey, running." Like, nah, fuck that. Like, because that's the automatic response.
Right.
Nah, back in the day, look, I've seen colors. They used to just run niggas down. Just straight run them down. You ever watch Cops? They just run your ass down the whole time. The cameraman just...
I've seen the rookie, old-ass Nathan Fillion is doing pole vaults and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, yo.
Yeah, knock it off. Now they're just like, I ain't gonna run. I'm tired. So, look, I think it is obvious that we're a bit angry about it. But I think it's really sad that, like, we're not that angry because it's that common. But, like, those cops killing him, to me, there's little daylight between them and the Rodney King cops, right? Like, except these guys went even further, right? So, like, they're not going to get any sort of deference from me because they're black. If anything, they get less. If anything, they get less. I hate that they have been weaponized to do white people's bullshit, and they fell for it. I think that's really sad. We didn't just lose one black person; we technically lost 6 because these niggas are done too. You're not helping anybody. You're not doing society any good.
Jail.
Yeah. Oh, they go into jail forever. You think that they not going? You think the American government isn't going to take the opportunity to knock 6 niggas off the board? Absolutely, absolutely. They will go to jail forever. See, aren't we good? We're cracking down on cops. A white guy did it. Let's think about it. Yeah, that's the worst part of it.
That's what's so fucking annoying, man. Is you dumb niggas for shits and giggles beat a man to death. And now the even more bad cops are going to use your dumb black asses as scapegoats so that they can cover up their own shit.
That's correct.
Yo, stupid, yo. Just stupid.
It was just a bunch of dumb niggas, yo.
Yep.
How did they become cops? Because they're really fucking dumb. Like, do they take like
you don't need a college degree. You don't need a
fucking evaluations and shit.
You don't need a high school diploma, do you?
You need a high school.
I think you need at least a high school diploma or a GED.
That's it.
An equivalent.
Yeah. At the very least, you need
an equivalent. Come on, yo. Come on, man. Come on. You got a high school mentality and they giving you a gun? Come on, man. That don't make sense. It don't, yo. It don't make sense.
That's what I do.
Look, I'm
You
just
should-
saying. I wouldn't give him a badge. I wouldn't give him a badge. I would.
I wouldn't
You
recommend
wouldn't
it.
want one either.
Like, I feel like you should have a fucking college degree to be a cop.
You should have a
There'd be
college
there'd be less
Absolutely
of
need
them.
to have a college degree.
There would be less of them, but yeah, you can't give some nigga that just, I don't know, man. You can't. I feel like you can't give somebody
you need somebody who understands. Like, there should be a requirement. If you don't already have a college degree, like, you can apply if you don't have one, but they got to send you to school.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta-
they
like
pay
a
for
real
your
college,
education.
like
Right.
a real college, not some fucking like bullshit. Like, here's a couple courses. No, a real college. But there needs to be certain things that you like that
You
you
need
take.
a criminal justice degree.
You
The fuck
should.
outta here.
You need to understand, like, you don't have to just be IQ smart. You also need to have like human empathy, EQ, emotional intelligence. Like, you need to have those things because, like you said, they are dealing with people in the worst situations in humanity. You can't just pop off like you did in fucking high school. Like, come on, you can leave high school, go directly into the police academy, and they're like, here's a gun, go out into the street. That's insanity.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's absolutely
I
insane.
mean, they do
And
that
that doesn't
for
mean
fucking-
I'm not
for the military.
but yeah, same thing, right? And that's why you get young guys who go over there and do horrible shit to other people. They're not mentally mature enough for that. And so I do want to say, like, I'm not personally saying that if you don't have anything but a high school diploma, that doesn't mean you're mature. That's not my point. The point is that position, that very specific job, should require something else. Like, it just should. You need to have a different way of looking at the world that maybe is a little bit more extensive than a high school education. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the idea that we just give people guns and just send them onto the street and be like, yeah, act reasonable that's crazy to me. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
They clearly don't.
Yeah. I'd take a bet. I don't know what the number is, but I'd take a bet. Probably over 70% of cops don't have anything more than a high school diploma. I'd bet it's over 70%.
Yeah, of course. That's why people want to be one. Like, it's essentially a trade that
It is.
that you don't have to take a bunch of, that you don't have to necessarily have skill for. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with trade jobs. I can't build shit. But it requires a skill. It requires you to be able to think. And it requires you to be able to think outside the box. Like, that's what engineering is. But being a cop, I mean, it doesn't require creativity. It doesn't require problem solving. It doesn't. All you need to do is to be able to read, write, and take orders.
Yo,
That's it.
Yo, these numbers are really disturbing to me. Degrees that police officers hold. 17% of police officers hold a criminal justice degree. 17%. 2% criminology, 2% law enforcement.
Right.
and
They
1%
ain't the
criminal
ones
justice.
walking around.
Yeah. The majority of the police are just the niggas on the street.
So 50
I would assume.
So here you go. Level of education police officers have 35% have a high school diploma. 56% have a certificate or associate's degree. 9% have bachelor's degree. 0% have masters. 0% have doctorates.
Yeah, you don't have to have a doctorate to be a fucking
No,
you don't need
no,
a-
like,
No, but
Yeah.
only
Take a long
9% have
time.
only 9% have bachelor's degrees. Right? It's a certificate or associate's degree.
yeah, because why would you go get a bachelor's degree and then become a cop?
To be a
Unless you go.
exactly.
But criminal justice,
Or-
I mean, you could be.
Yeah,
I just
You could
I
be,
find that
but-
disturbing.
Is that all police officers or is that beat cops, those numbers?
That's just all police officers.
yeah, that makes sense. Because like I feel like there's like more beat cops than like anything else. The niggas patrolling the streets. And then you got the higher ups. And if you're a beat cop and you work your way up, that's fine. But like, yeah, if you go to college and you come out and you want to be part of the police force, they're not going to put you on the street. You're going to be in the precinct or whatever.
You'll be a detective or whatever.
You'll be a detective or something like that. Right. So yeah, the people that are beat cops, yeah, you don't have to have, like, you're just driving around patrolling. You don't need a lot of fucking education for that. You just got to be able to pass the test. And whatever fucking physical they make you take, whatever.
Must be pretty
I don't know
easy.
what the fuck it is.
Can you pick up a gun? You passed.
I don't know. I do know people in the military, when they come out, some of them become cops, and they're usually the better cops because they've been in the fucking military.
Yeah,
and military training is far better than
it is
being trained. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it says the minimum you start off with is a high school diploma or a GED. After you get hired by the police department, you go to the police academy for 8, 12, or 16 weeks of intense training. Once you get through training, you earn a certificate at the state level confirming that you're a police officer. So that 56% of officers with a certificate is just from the police academy. Well, what the fuck? That doesn't even count as far as I'm concerned. So 9% of cops have a degree post high school. Yeah. Great. Gee, I can't imagine what the problems are. We're fucked. You guys are fucked. I'm leaving. You guys are fucked. Every day, I regret my decision a little less. Every day, I swear to God. All right, that is it for us. We will be back next week for that propaganda film, Menace II Society. Cops hate it. It's going to be a rough one. I feel like there should be way more police officers in that movie.
Right.
Like way more.
More just unhinged cops. They would have put a stop to this crazy nigga's fucking shenanigans.
Yeah. Again,
way quicker.
As I told these two, I didn't like Lorenz Tate for a long time after this movie. I just could not take him as a nice guy in anything. I was like, nah, yo, he's not. This guy's a terrible person. All right, so check out Menace II Society if you've never seen it, or watch it again. I'm not looking forward to it. Really, I'm not. I'm going to watch it with the lights on. And we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.